Hello, it's Warren Hewitt. Hope you're doing marvelously well. This year we went to NAMM, like we have for the last couple of years, and we met a company called Soyuz, which are a Russian company that make amazing microphones. What I love about their mics is they're making a couple of things that are sort of based on classic kind of designs from the 40s and 50s. One of those is this beautiful mic here, which they've sent us. We're gonna unbox it on camera, like they do in those unboxing videos, and we're gonna plug it in. I'm gonna try, I don't know, we'll throw it on some instruments and see what it sounds like, but I'm really excited to try this mic. And the best thing about this mic is they're going to give us one to give away to you. So we're gonna do our usual thing of doing a raffle, and you're gonna tweet about it, Facebook about it, send an email, whatever it is, all these different fun things. And every time you do an action, you get more tickets and you get a better chance of winning it. So let us grab an L-box and a pair of scissors. Okay, here it is. Soyuz handmade microphones. Okay, here it is. Oh, it's a pair. Ah, I'm very excited. Okay, so what this reminds me of is the classic KM series. I have a KM56. It's a beautiful. That's substantial. There's some really great weight behind that. What a beautiful looking mic. So let's put it up on an acoustic guitar. It's one of my favorite things to use a KM56 on. So let's see how this fares. Maybe we'll do a comparison shop. Hey, why don't we do that? We'll plug this in instead of the KM56 and I'll strum some chords and we'll have a listen. That could be a really great way of hearing what it sounds like. All right, very excited to hear it. Let's move into the other room. So it's magnetic. What a nice case. Look at that. Rather lovely. Okay, so here we are. I have my trusty Yamaha LL16. We're throwing the big guns at this for a proper comparison. This is a KM56. This is, without trying to argue too much, one of the best microphones ever made, especially for acoustic guitars. I've used it on mandolins and violins, and I've had many world-class violin players and mandolin players specifically asked for this mic, so that's quite wonderful. I use an LCT 340 all the time to record, those of you that watch my videos. And the reason why I use the 340 is because it rolls off the lows really naturally. This one is jerry-rigged, this KM56, because the mic mount is not working properly, so I've taped it up. We're going to throw the big guns in this because if we're going to test out a beautiful mic, even one at a fraction of a cost than a KM56, let's at least give it some serious competition. I would hope that it would beat my Leit quite easily, but let's see how it fares against the KM56. So here we go. I'm going to play a couple of rhythm tracks with different mics. So this is obviously first with the KM56. Here we go. Cool. So we're going to double it. So we're going to go onto the Soyuz, and it should be fun. Similar position, not science, but near as darn it. Remember, this is a solid state mic. The other one is a tube mic, and a very, very famous mic. The KM53, the 54, and the 56 are very famous for being used on the Beatles records. So that's a beautiful sounding mic, and I use it on a lot of records. So to compare it against this is a pretty huge deal. All right, let's try it. I could definitely hear the low end on this. I'm not rolling off any of that. I'm not high passing it. Cool, let's go and check it out. Let's just give it a listen. Turn up a bit. So it's got a great characteristic of the KM. It's really, really balanced. It almost sounds compressed. Pretty sensitive, pretty dynamic. I mean, blind tests, I probably would choose the Soyuz just from the point of view of that high end. Let's go back to our KM. Let's go to this end here. Let's go to the Soyuz. So what I'd probably do with the Soyuz is probably click on some high pass just to get rid of the super, super lows, but we didn't use it because we're trying to print them flat and see how they sound. Very different sounding, both very, very good mics. The KM does a lot of work for you. It seems to be very controlled. It doesn't seem to be that dynamic, which actually I've never really compared it directly to anything before. The pair of these Soyuz, a matched pair, is like $1,100 or $1,200. So it's significantly cheaper than one KM56. Pretty darn good sounding. So let's have some fun with it. Let's put it on an electric guitar. Because one of the things the Beatles did, that Jeff Emmerich did, is he used to stick the KM series on guitars. And when I've tracked, I've put, believe it or not, my KM56 on guitars. Not super, super loud. Let's put it on the roadie amp, my little amp, and I'll play along with this at low levels. And I'll compare a 57 with this. Totally stupid thing to do, but let's try it. Cool, so I've got my Yamaha, my new Revstar. You've probably been hearing me talk about this a lot because I love this guitar. Anyway, so got my new guitar, going through my Carl Martin boost kick. Also got the echo tone on it, so it's just basically a bit of gain, bit of delay going into the roadie amp. And there's a 57 on it. And the 57 is going to a BAE 312. And all we're going to do is put on Phantom and swap it out to Soyuz. The only thing I'll say that's be different is we're probably going to have to change the gain quite dramatically. I think the condenser will probably have a lot more output. We'll find out anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pan these two acoustics and use both of them. So I'm going to have one on one side, one on the other. Here we go. I mean, it's a great sound. It's a great amp. It's a great guitar. I've got the middle pickup here between the two, and just. Sounds great. So let's swap out that 57 for the Soyuz. So I got out the instructions here because there's a pad, and we just put it on. I'm looking at it now. It's got the serial numbers of the microphones. It was made on the 1st of March 2017, and it's signed by the guy who assembled it, or the girl who assembled it, and who it was tested by. So that's pretty awesome. So we padded it by 10 dB. When we did a shootout the other day using a condenser, we had to pad by 12 dB. So it's just pretty typical. It's what we anticipate. I'm going to pan one side and one the other way. Pretty awesome. Now I was playing a little bit lighter because it was really super responsive being a condenser. Let's listen to the other one. This is the 57. I mean, it's on the verge of, I should probably bring the amp down a little tiny bit, but it sounds pretty darn good. So it's pretty versatile, El Lyco. I'm gonna do something just for the heck of it. We're gonna throw a mic in there and we're gonna compress it, and I'm gonna play a drum beat against it with one mic. Why not? So here we are. I got my 64 Ludwig, it's all set up. I just put the mic down there. So there the Soyuz is down there, and it's just generically pointed at the drum kit. And it's going through an 1176, and we're just gonna get the full drum kit and me playing it. This should be fun. All right, let's try a take. Of course, it's not really that compressed, the mic. It's very hi-hat heavy, so it's just the positioning. And because also I don't play my snare particularly hard. I'm not like a big, strong rock drummer. I'm just a guitar player flailing away on drums. So it's a little aggressive on that hat there, and you can hear my sloppy hat playing. So I'm just gonna put a de-esser on it. Let's take out the worst of it. It's kind of cool. So I got the de-esser there to catch a lot of that hi-hat. We could obviously move the mic around a little bit to get it in a better position, but this is fun. I like what it's doing to the kick. I like what it's doing with the kick. Ultimately, you know, I need to play the snare a little harder, and we could probably position the mic maybe coming in from the other side, you know. But it's a pretty darn good setup. The other thing we could do is run two de-essers. Yeah, unless I play the snare harder. I'm gonna go listen to the Soyuz, the drums. Soyuz Acoustic. Soyuz Electric. Nice. So look, great mic. Let's do one thing just for schnitz and sniggles. I'm a terrible singer, for those of you who know, but I'm going to sing on this. Help! All right, let's try out a vocal and see how it sounds. So, everybody, I'm not a particularly good singer. This is a song I wrote a long time ago. So I just did a verse and a pre-chorus. So this is going to be fun. So let's try it.
You know, he's in touch with his feminine side, weaving a tale of deception and lies. He might be myopic, but he's fun and psychotic. Love me, I'm rich. Love me, I'm rich. Love me, I'm rich.
Just so you know, I dated this girl. After we broke up, started seeing this like really famous rock star. And I remember he used to call over to my house after we broke up, and tell me all about these really expensive cars. He was like, call me once and he goes, I have a Cadillac with a Ferrari engine. Anyway, so that song was about him. Cool, so just further proof that you can kind of make music of anything in any way, shape or form. Let's have a listen.
You know he's in touch with his feminine side, weaving a tale of deception and lies. He might be myopic, but he's fun and psychotic.
So I mean, it's not compressing at all.
I'm rich.
It's actually quite warm. It's got a lot of lows in it. I wasn't sure what to make of it, because after listening to the acoustic, I thought there might be some like low mid spikes.
Love me, I'm rich.
Which for my voice, this sounds pretty darn
Love
good.
me, I'm rich.
So, in the track.
You know he's in touch with his feminine side, weaving a tale of deception and lies. He might be myopic, but he's fun and psychotic. Love me, I'm rich. Love me, I'm rich. Love me, I'm rich.
So, great thing about it is we have a pair. So we have two. So we could do a couple of things. We could stereo mic a piano. I don't often stereo mic acoustic guitars, but you can. This is the matched pair. So why don't we do a quick piano take? Okay, so normally I use an AEA, which is a ribbon mic, and I have it focused on piano in mono the whole time, like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna space this pair. I think it could sound pretty darn nice. Here we go. Let's go and check it out. Here we have a piano track. Let's listen to it. I like it. Great. It's a crappy old piano. It's a really awful piano, and I love it. All right, let's hear it in the track.
With his feminine side, weaving a tale of deception and lies. He might be myopic, but he's fun and psychotic. Love me, I'm rich. Love me, I'm rich. Love me, I'm rich.
Excellent. All right. No doubt. A great pair of matched mics for $1,200, I think they are retail. Don't directly quote me on that, but I had a quick look earlier. So a matched pair, sound really, really good. They've got pads on them. We use them on electric guitar, use them on acoustic guitar. We did a mono drum mic. We threw up a pair quickly on piano, and I sang really badly into it. And I've got a song idea in like 20, 25 minutes. So, you know, it does go to show it's all about the creativity. But it's a great sounding mic, and it's a pair, and you can win them. All you have to do is enter the raffle, and the details are flying around here somewhere. As you know, the more things you do, the better the chances you are going to win it. So you can sign up for the email list for everybody. You can subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. You can go and subscribe to all of their things, go to Facebook's, tweet, all that kind of fun stuff. And every time you do an action, you get another raffle ticket. We've had winners from all over the world. In fact, 99% of the time we don't ship in the US. It usually goes all over the world. This is exciting. Thanks very much, Soyuz, for for letting us have these mics to give away. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. Please, as ever, leave a bunch of questions and comments below. Hope you like my little ditty, and I'll see you all again very soon. Have a marvelous time recording and mixing.